Okay, this is Derek Thompson, and I am doing exercise 21 for section 1.1 in the Stewart calculus book. And so you can see that right here. I'm doing this exercise. And what you need to do is you need to evaluate the difference quotient and then simplify. So this one will take a bit of work. I've got this function f of x, which is 4 plus 3x minus x squared. And I want to use that function to create this expression, f of 3 plus h minus f of 3 over h. So let's go ahead and get started here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on f of 3 and f of 3 plus h by themselves first. So a good idea a lot of times when you are working on a problem is to do things one piece at a time. If you think about an entire problem at once, it can be a bit overwhelming, but if you just do each part off to the side and then put all those pieces together, it can be a little bit easier. So first, let's actually do f of 3 because that's a little simpler. F of 3 just means evaluate the function when x is 3. So you should get a number because functions take numbers and then give you numbers out. So if I make x 3, then I've got this expression. Now remember your order of operations. I'm going to square that 3 before I subtract. So that means that this expression is 4 plus 9 minus 3 squared, which is also 9. So those cancel, and I just get 4. So that's the value of f of 3, which we need to remember. Now I'm going to use the same function, and I want to figure out this other expression. So it's 4 plus 3x minus x squared, but this time I'm trying to figure out f of 3 plus h. So that whole expression, 3 plus h, that is now x. So everywhere I see x, whatever was happening in the x before, that's my x, 3 plus h. So what I need to do is I need to take 4 plus 3 times x, but x is now this entire expression, 3 plus h. So it used to be that 3 was multiplied, all of x is multiplied by 3. So now all of 3 plus h is multiplied by 3. That's why I had to use parentheses. That's a very common mistake with these types of problems with difference quotients. So it's very important you realize that you have to put parentheses there. All of 3 plus h is multiplied by 3. Likewise, all of 3 plus h is squared because all of x was squared. And that's what I'll subtract. So now I want to try to simplify this expression a bit. So this is 4 plus 9 plus 3h minus, well, if I square the expression first, this is 9 plus 6h plus h squared. So now I'm a bit out of room, so let's keep going with that expression. Let's see. Now I've got 13 plus 3h minus 9 plus 6h plus h squared. So now I'll distribute that negative. The 13 just came from 9 plus 4. And now realize that all three of these terms are getting the negative because the negative is distributing to all three. So this is going to be 4 minus 3h minus h squared when I combine like terms. So this is my answer for f of 3 plus h. And f of 3 was 4. Okay, so now we can use those and go back to our original expression, which was f of 3 plus h minus f of 3 over h. So let's go back and see what those were. That was 4 minus 3h minus h squared And now I subtract 4, because that was f of 3. So let me just kind of put brackets around what I'm doing here. And all of that is divided by h. So now to simplify, that is 4 minus 4 on the top, so those will cancel. So the numerator will be minus 3h minus h squared over h. That means I can factor in h from the top, which will then cancel with the denominator. And I'm left with the answer, minus 3 minus h. So that is simplified as much as possible, and so that is your final answer for this problem.